Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here and welcome to another review. And this time I'm bringing you the real Ghostbusters for the 128K ZX Spectrum. It was brought out by Activision in 1989. Now, the real Ghostbusters is actually a cartoon series that lasted a few seasons and was created in the and was created in the wake of the success of the original 1984 live action film. And for the first two seasons at least, the real Ghostbusters managed to capitalize on that success and come up with some genuinely creepy and great stories and involving the Ghostbusters in general, and it was massively successful. And then good old studio interference got in the way, and the original person in charge decided to leave following creative differences. But it was only going to be a matter of time, I guess, before a game came out, and in 1989, that's exactly what happened. It's actually, well, this version came out, and presumably the other computer version came out in 1989. This is actually I didn't realise it's actually a coin-op conversion of a Data East arcade game that came out 2 years earlier, in 1987. And it's for one or two players, and you basically go around busting ghosts. So let's, because I'm only by myself. There's me. Now you've got two different fire modes. There's this bullet which is unlimited ammo, and if you hold it down like this, you can use a proton beam. But that is limited, and you can. And how do you tell that? And there's that white bar below, just at the top of the screen. There's that white bar at the top, near the top of the screen, that shows how much you got left. Damn it! Ugh. So you bugger. Yeah, it's got some. As I said, this only came out on the 128K. It never came out on the 48K Spectrum. There's no way it could have handled it. And what happens is, when they turn into those ghosts, you try and get them, but you can only get them with the. But you can only get them with proton. You can only get those with those ghosts with the proton beam. These enemies you can just shoot like this, but damn it. Let's try that again. See, I actually suck that ghost into that, and you get bonuses for ghosts that you capture in that way at the end of each level. So what happens is, to fire the bullets, you just tap the fire button, and to use the proton beam, you just hold it down like that. Oh, get off me. Slimer, bugger off. Oh, maybe he's helping me. No, I actually starting to think that Slimer is actually a help rather than a hindrance. I don't know what he actually does, though. I can't find anything about that in the instructions. You bastard. Yeah, a little bit of slowdown there, unfortunately. You can. Oh, I see. And anything that Slimer touches, he automatically defeats like that. That's cool. So pretty good use of the license all round then. Oh, God, that was lucky. Oh, damn it, I've got no more proton beam left. That's going to make things a bit tricky. Ah, yeah, I've got a bit more. Trouble is, I need more than the bit. Give me another proton beam build up. Thank you. Ugh. Yeah. Because of the use of colour, it unfortunately meant that they couldn't have particularly smooth scrolling because there would have been colour clash. No, you don't, mate. In you come. Ignore that. Yay, just what I needed. Oh, pfft. Get in my... Thank you. Up we go. Ooh, this looks like a mean beastie. I better avoid that, I guess. Ah, oh, Slimer! It's being a pain. Oh, missed. Yeah, just what I needed. Ah! Lost all my lives. One more go. Did you see how I actually sucked that ghost into towards me? And you keep that going and... It can get a bit hard to see what's going on when there's a lot going on screen, not to mention there's slowdown as well. Oh, I definitely needed that. Needed that like food and water. Oh, there's a way across there. Ooh, what's that do? So there's plenty of power-ups, as you can see. Which is definitely better than the Ghostbusters game that came that I reviewed not so long ago. Yeah, as I was saying, the use of colour unfortunately meant that there had to be some character by character movement, so the scrolling's very jerky. There was nothing that could be done about that. Oh. Hit detection seems to be okay, which is a big plus. Yes. Oh, I've got a key. Ah, finished the level by the looks of things. Ooh, what have we here? Oh, I'm presuming that that was just that was giving me some bonuses depending on how well I did. Oh, nothing there. Come on, get over here. Oh, right, got you. Right, I've captured 9 ghosts, so you can see that with almost. There's a wheelbarrow over there. Some nice colour, nice use of colour in general, although there is unfortunately a fair bit of attribute clash. And when there's a lot going on screen, the resulting mess can make it a little bit tricky to see what's happening. Damn it! Oh, I lost a life there. So yeah, that's the real Ghostbusters for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum 128K. I can imagine that being kind of fun with 2 players. Some graphics, nice use of colour, detailed. Because of the way they're coloured in, there had to be some compromise due to the Spectrum's attribute problems, so they couldn't colour them in as solidly as they might have been able to on a format with less of an attribute issue. So but by and large, the colour use is pretty good, although it did mean no smooth scrolling, unfortunately. The animation's fairly good, although the animation of the actual Ghostbuster himself isn't quite as good as I think it might have otherwise been. But again, that could be down to attribute limitations. Sounds fairly good. I would have preferred it if there was some in-game music there, and possibly even the Ghostbusters theme tune, which the original cartoon series did use, albeit in a slightly different way. It may be that they couldn't get permission to use that as well, or that there genuinely wasn't enough space. I mean, as it is, this did not come out for the 48K Spectrum, and there's absolutely no way it would have fitted into a 16K Spectrum. Gameplay's pretty good. It's definitely a darn sight. Well, it's fairly good. It's definitely a darn sight better than the Ghostbusters game that came out in 1984, which I've already reviewed previously, and it's also far less frustrating than the Ghostbusters 2 game that I also reviewed not long after that. And they managed to get around the problem of only one fire button for the 8-bit computers fairly well. I mean, although there were times when I was repeatedly pressing fire to try and fire lots of bullets, and it still came up with a proton beam. I wouldn't have minded so much, but as I said, the proton beam is limited in ammo, and you actually have to find those Ghostbusters traps to top it up. So that aspect doesn't quite work as well as I would have liked. And because of the level of detail with the color, when there's a lot going on screen, not only is there a little bit of slowdown, but it can get a bit hard to make out what's happening. It's not as bad as something that I've seen when it comes to seeing what's happening, but it can be a problem at times. There were a couple of times in that review when it was a little bit tricky to clarify what was happening on screen. So I'm going to give the real Ghostbusters on the Spectrum 7 out of 10. Is fairly enjoyable. Just there's a slight lack of slickness and some other minor irritations stop me from being able to give it a higher score. but it's still worth the look, especially if you enjoyed the original cartoon series. Hope you enjoyed that review. Catch you on another one soon. Texie88 out.